Alright guys, welcome back to the channel once again, and in this video we're gonna be talking about Zapier. I have already uploaded a couple of videos about Zapier already on my YouTube channel, but it's kind of like it's been a long time I haven't talked about the Zapier. Recently I just integrated the Zapier for someone and I listed their app over there and also like made actions and triggers. So we're just gonna be talking about that and we're gonna be exploring again, and we're gonna be going through according like how Zapier integration process, how you get the approval, and how you list your actions and triggers, what you have to rectify to get the approval. All the process I'm going to be talking about because I did all of that and I list their application at the Zapier. So if you want to use that, you can just go there and then find their app, and also you can use their triggers and action. So similar way, we're going to be trying some applications like which are already listed and then running some Zap. So let's see it works or not. So in this video, I'm just going to be explaining you about the portal, like how the portal works, where we can create the integration, where we can create like zaps, and where we can add the actions and events. And in the next video, we actually going to be doing hands dirty. So we're going to be trying to create actual actions and triggers and then finding our application like our Zapier integration into the Zap and then create that. So let's move to the screen and let's check it out how it works. Alright guys, as you can see my screen over here, so this is the landing page of Zapier. So I'm already logged in. If you're not logged in, so you have to create an account and log in over here. So I'm already logged in, so it's going to show you like this. If you want to go on the Zap side, like you want to create a Zap, so you have to just go over here and you will come on the page where you can actually list your Zaps. You can see your listed Zaps and all those things. And if you want to create Zap, you can just come over here. You're gonna see something like this, and if you want to create new, you can just create it. Otherwise you can just go back from here and then go to Zaps. So you can come over here. So this is my Zap template. Okay, so there is a co-pilot as well. If you want to describe it, you can describe it and they will create it for you. So it's kind of that. I just go over here and then go to zapier.com. okay, so once I go to zapier.com, I come over here. So there are many things over here: Zap, table, interfaces, chatbot, canvas. Like they have different kind of features. They have added more features now. They also integrated AI, so you can talk about your requirements and then they can just do it automatically for you, so you don't have to do it by yourself. Okay, but if you are well aware about this one, so you can just go create and then you can create a fresh new Zap for yourself and then you can run the workflow. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Zap only, and we're going to be talk about it. So we just go to create, and then inside the create we just go to Zaps and you come over here. So it's the same thing like where we created Zap template. So this is the Zap. So you can describe over here what you want. Actually, let's suppose you want like connect my Google Sheet entry and then perform this action of any other integration. So if you like to do that, so you can ask it. Otherwise you can just click on the trigger, which trigger you want. Like trigger means like something happens and your Zap start running, so it's like that. So that's called trigger. Let's say Google Calendar get updated or context got added to the Google contact, and then it will just trigger it. Google Docs, if you get new sheet in the Google Docs or you new entry in a specific Google Doc, so it will just get triggered. Okay, you have a Google Drive, so if you update something into the Google Drive, a specific thing, so and you have a Google form. Let's suppose I just select this Google form. Okay, I choose a trigger event. Okay, over news updated result, new response in the spreadsheet. So new response in the spreadsheet, just do it. Sign in, go over here. Actually they can have all the access to your spreadsheet and everything. So once you get it, so like reconnect this account. So once it works, you can see it's connected. You're gonna see your email address over here. Now you can, let me just move myself from here. So you can see there is a continue button. You can continue, and after that you can choose the spreadsheet. So let's suppose there are many spreadsheet. I just go load more. So if there are many more, okay, I just go to Google Sheets, open Google Sheets. So I came over here, I just create Zapier events. Okay, so I just created this Google Sheet. Go to Zapier, refresh the results. Okay, so I got Zapier events. I just added it, value. So let's suppose any new value, sheet 1. Okay, continue, and then any new entry get added, so your sheet will get updated and it will just trigger this one and action what you want to do. So test trigger, so it's testing, unable to pull response. Let me just test trigger again. Okay, let me just put some entry over here. D, I keep 4 columns. I type something in it, I type something in it, I type something in it. Okay, and let's go over here, test trigger. Okay, it finds the response. Okay, so this got the response. Okay, and now I take the response, continue with selected records. Now I have to create an action. Okay, what I want to do in the action, I just want to use the Google Sheet, same, and in the same sheet I will just copy the data, change sheet property, clear the spreadsheet row, copy range, copy workshow, create a spreadsheet, or just create a spreadsheet row. Okay, create a spreadsheet row. Okay, I just go to account, I use this account. Okay, and okay, reconnect this account, so I just continue again. Okay, so yeah, connected the account, continue, drive, it wants like my Google Drive, value to drive, result. Okay, Google Drive. Okay, spreadsheet, Zapier event, I want to update in Zapier event, sheet 1. Okay, use time zone, true, and enter data, hello, B column, hello. Actually, the first row you add in any kind of spreadsheet, that takes as a column. So you see this first row ABCD I have added already, so the ABCD you see as a column added. So hello, hi, blah blah blah. Okay, now I just added like this, continue, and I will just test it. Okay, I just tested it, now it should work. So you see that the things got added or automatically got written. Okay, now what I do, I just add another entry over here like this, like this. Okay, it will automatically start adding, retest this. So I just have to now publish this app before it, so it's again added because I tested it. Now publish it. Okay, it's publishing. Once it got published, and any kind of entry I add, that sheet should get updated. Okay, now let me just do it. Okay, we can check the logs as well over here. So let me just update something, and let's wait for it. It should just get updated. So it takes a time. It's not like immediately it's gonna be updating it. It just takes the time. So what the Zapier does, after some time, after a certain amount of time, it makes an API call again and call that API and checks it. New entry got updated into it or not. If it finds the new entry got updated, so it will automatically trigger that thing, perform the action. Okay, so that's how it works. So it's like it's not gonna be working instantly. It's just gonna be working according to when it's gonna call the API. So there's a delay already, like there is a already interval assigned to it. It's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes or something like that. You can set the interval time as well, but like by default it has a like 1 minute or 1.5 minute interval, and it just call the API after that and then checking it, and if new entry got updated, so then it will automatically just perform the action. Okay, so that's how it works. So it checks this by itself as well, like it's already like every time it fetch like there is a new entry or not, or there is a always duplicate entry coming in. So if there is a duplicate, it will not update it. So it will only trigger if it finds something unique entry. So it compare with the older data. So that's how it works. So this is how you can create your Zap and publish it. So you can add as many as actions you want over here. It's not like limited. So let's suppose you got this, after that you want to add another step, and that step, like after performing this action, and there is you want to add it, use it as a trigger as well, so it's perform. After that this happens, you want to do something else over here. So like actions always gonna be your end goal, because anyway you want to perform something after of it. That's why. So most of the people use it. It's a very big platform and very famous platform for using the automations. Most of the people use it, so that's a kind of thing. So now let's talk about the integration, how we can create the integration, like if you want to list your own integration. So I'm just gonna be quickly showing you. So whatever these things you saw already over here, so let's suppose I click on this setup, and these are apps integrations. Okay, so the Google Forms integration, Google Sheets integration, Slack integration, Outlook integration, all those things are the integrations over here. So there are many, like thousands of integration on the Zapier. So any kind of integration you want to use it over here, like you can use it, like 7,000 plus apps and tools over here. So any kind of apps and tools you want to use it, you just have to search it and you can use it. Like you have a Slack, Gmail, Google Sheet, and many small companies also run their integration and use it, so you can do it too. Let's go talk about that integration, how we can create this. So go to developer platform over here, and you come over here, my integrations, so into this one. So there is, you have to click click like need a Zapier integration, build it visually, so or code itself, so you can use the platform CLI or you can use the platform UI. So you come over here, you just put integration name, test, okay, integration description, you whatever you want to type in over here, you can just type it. This is my new integration, this is my test integration. You can put your home page as well, test.com. okay, you can select logo if you want to and all those things, but leave it as it is. Role you have to define, I'm employed by test, okay, I just public. So we have to read the guidelines as well about all these things. So category, you have to assign the category, so it's kind of like tech. I just want to use IT, sorry, website builders, just make it like this and create it. Okay, so once you create it, your integration gonna be available for you. So once you go to create the Zap, you're gonna find your test integration over there. Okay, you have to assign the version. Every integration gonna be having the version, so your version is 1.0. so now it's time to select your authentication, because whenever you create an integration, you have to select an authentication, what kind of authentication you want. So there are many options to select the authentication, which kind of authentication you want to provide to the user so they can use it. So they have API key, OAuth, session auth, basic auth, digest auth. So every different kind of auth over here. So also like I used API key. It's a simple thing. You just get the key from the platform side, like the which application you are logging in for, and they will just provide you a key. You just put the key and then they will validate it once you call their API, and if they give you the success response, then you got authenticated. Okay, they will send you your details into the response and you just see those details on the Zapier side. So that's the kind of thing. OAuth you select, so you have to get your OAuth, and OAuth over here like Google OAuth, Facebook OAuth, same kind of that. If your platform has a OAuth, so you can just use this one. Session auth is another thing, like username and password. So session authentication works over here. Basic authentication, username, password, same thing. And session auth is like refresh token you also need to provide, but this one is like access token has been provided, and every time people will come up, and if it is expired, so you have to do the basic authentication again. So it's kind of that. So if you provide refreshing this token automatically when it expires, so you can read the description as well. Okay, but the session basic auth, like you have to logging in and then the token will generate and then all those things. Okay, so same digest auth as well, you can read about it. I never used it before, but it's kind of like cryptogenic interaction with your server. I never used this before, but if you like to use it, so you can use it too. Okay, these are the 4 basic options. Like always, every application owner use this, and then you can integrate. I'm going to tell you about like how we can verify. I think we can use the JSON bin. I don't want to make this video long, but if we can use the JSON bin for making the API key authentication and make it successful. You can add triggers over here, like add your first trigger, like add triggers, and then you can assign all the trigger input data. So first you have to create the name and all the things for trigger, and then after that input designer you move to, and then you create the inputs, like what input fields you're gonna keep for the trigger. Okay, what inputs you want from the people so that it get trigger or something like that. Like for trigger, you just always gonna be making the get API, not the post API, because you need the something response from it, and then you got the response and you see something unique, then it will trigger it. Okay, most of the cases is get request, but post request also you can make it. And actions always gonna make the post request, because it's kind of like in the action. You can make get request as well if you want to just send a event to someone to acknowledge it, but post, mostly people want to update something or create something, that's why. So you see, you can send the data from the Zapier to your application. So that's the kind of thing. So action trigger and advanced, you have like other things, what you want to update, environment variables, request sample, export, project view, source, and all those options over here. Many options you can use it. And the publishing over here, like once you got all those things, because then you move to this page and then you launch your application by filling all this information and then confirming and submitting it. But it's a very lengthy process, because once you create action triggers, they're going to give you some validation errors like this, and if like already I got 5 validation error because of like description start with the test is a, all those things. So you have to rectify all those things, fix it, then they're gonna approve it. So that's all from this video. That's what I wanted to explain you guys, but I think this is not enough about this one, because next video we're going to be talking more about it. We're going to be exploring more. We're going to be actually creating the action triggers and listing our app over there, so it's going to look good. So thank you so much guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and we're going to be exploring more. Thank you so much.